What's up, y'all?
What's up,
Welcome
homies?
to the 5th episode of Behind the Beats with Trios. My 4th guest is the homie Lurk Skywalker,
Where are my shades at?
aka half of Vibe Selektaz, the homies. My man's G'd up from the feet up, ready to get this going.
That's good, homies.
So I've known Daniel for a few years now, and my first core memory of Daniel was at A Life Awakened at Snug Lake, and
A little bit of a smaller festival.
Yeah, a little smaller festival, and Vibe Selektaz was playing at the cabin stage, and you guys played The Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony, hence the shirt.
Is that why you wore that tonight?
Yeah, that's exactly why I wore that tonight.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that song was my number one favorite song as a kid. Like, I was like 7, 8 years old probably, like listening to that. Shouldn't have been, but I was.
I miss my Uncle Charles, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
But that festival, that was actually our first festival where we actually got to like play and like go hard, and like we went from like making. We actually have an old chill hop album from like probably a long time ago now, 6 years or something. So we went from like making like dubstep, like bro step, kind of like excision, more teetering on the edge of like excision type stuff, and then from that to from hella heavy dubstep to chill hop, which was like such a crazy transition period. So then we were playing chill hop, and we were playing like the most chillest beats that like you study and chill to, but like at the club. Yeah. So it's just like we just went through a lot of learning processes over the course of probably like 5 or 6 years. So from chill hop, we were kind of like, okay, well, we want to make funk and stuff like that. So like Grizz style stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then we really, and this is right before the pandemic, I think this is probably like 2019, late 2019, we like wrote like a Grizz style funk album. And like, it's still sitting in limbo. Like we have plans to like revise it and change the sound design and do a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we had an album called Enter the Party Dimension. And like our homie did artwork for it. I ended up buying the artwork, and it's like an animated picture of us like falling in a portal. And like our homie was and then our homie was ripping live guitar over a lot. So it's like we went from like chill hop and into funk stuff, and there's still a funk mix on her SoundCloud floating around there. It's like opening for Cone Sound and Haywire or something like that. It almost does like 12,000 plays now, but I remember formulating that set and like going back on it, and I'm like, oh, this is just a different era of existence. And so anyways, from funk, after the pandemic and stuff, we kind of did some more soul searching, and then decided that drum and bass is probably the avenue that we want to go down, because we went from, you know, we're playing every opening set, we're playing every chill set, and everyone's like, it's like we're on at 10, because the chill shit, you're never going to get a direct support slot, or you're never going to be crushing a serious slot, like, you know, it's opening music, right? And it really depends on what you play, but we're playing chill hop, so everyone's like, yo, sorry for missing your set, man. And we're like, it's all good, bro. So it became a whole thing of like, oh, don't even worry, like our music's so chill, to playing drum and bass, and like it started with funk, actually, where I was getting my ADHD brain with that mind. So we were playing funk at A Life Awakened, and that was the first time we ever got to like crush on the set.
Yeah.
And then we were just like playing a bunch of Cone Sound, playing a bunch of and then in the middle, just like Bone Thugs and Harmony, or just like you're playing any set, and this is like a pretty good tip. You know, you're playing a bunch of dubstep. You're playing a whole dubstep set. And then fucking in the middle, you drop a Wu-Tang, or you drop or you drop an old Bone Thugs and Harmony, or you drop a Suicide Boys. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It literally, like, you can change a motherfucker's life with what you play. You know, my first Shambhala 2013, I think homie played like a fucking Purple Haze remix from like Jimi Hendrix, but like it was made into dubstep, and it was just like, people don't realize that, like, you know, that can change a motherfucker's life. The right music at right times.
Yeah, you're creating those moments.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. So, as being half of Vibe Selektaz, how did you and Madison meet for the first time, and what led you to becoming the duo?
So yeah, my one homie, shout out my homie Sasha Bova, R.I.P. He actually passed away a couple years ago. But so actually they would have these really fun barbecues and stuff in their backyard. Shout out Kalen Bova too. Spicy K, he goes by Spicy K. That's his DJ name, which is a pretty tight name. But anyways, so Sasha was the one that I had to get my motherfucking. I got a tattoo for the boy.
Oh, let's see it.
It's what we would call. Where is this fucking? The cheek seeker. Wait let's ode paying homage to the cheek seeker. So it's a little dude and it's his butt, and he's having a good time. Or wait, let's get a better shot. Yeah, there we go. So when our homie,
my man's committed.
Yeah, when our homie passed away, it was really sudden. It was really fucked up. But he brought me and Maddie together, and Maddie was from Toronto, and he was from a different existence, a more. There's some trauma, there's some stress, there's Toronto's a different place. If people have been there, they might understand, but more of a confrontational energy and just a different world. There's less, yeah. But anyways, so through that, me and Maddie met, and Maddie was in a different place. He just went through some really fucked up shit. I'm not gonna go into personal stuff, but he went through some stuff, and he was in a place where he was with our homegirl Aria. He was dating her at the time, and our lives kind of came together from Sasha, the homie's tattoo that I just showed you there. And I didn't know anything about music, but I knew a little tiny bit about DJing. So I was like, yo, and I've always wanted to make music. That was always the dream, right? Mm-hmm. And then so I went from DJing and stuff like that to me and Maddie is a sound engineer, went to school. So he has he has somewhat of a know-how to be producing these sounds and doing anything, which I had no knowledge of, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I had no knowledge of that, and I was like, yo, let's make music, and he's like, sick. So we literally didn't even know each other, just got together one day, and I just came to his house, and I was like, all right, let's, you know what I mean? And we went and checked, and our first tune was 8 years ago, actually. Wow. This little shitty dubstep song. Maybe I'll send it to you, maybe you can beep it. But anyways, so yeah, we slowly got together just to you know what I mean, just because I wanted to fucking make music and I had no knowledge of it, and I was already integrated in the DJ game and all that stuff, and Maddie was just, you know what I mean, it was kind of just really organic, and then fucking wrote shit for 5 years and nothing happened. And me and my homie Grant, my best friend, one of my best oldest friends that I have still, known each other for 20 years or some shit, some crazy shit. When our parents say that, and then you're like, oh, our parents, I've known you for 20 years, bro. I can actually say that, which is pretty wild. But anyway, so me and Grant, our first set at Red Room was in 2014, and we were opening for, what was the first one? Prototype. It was different times, bro. Okay. 2013 dubstep. It was our 2014. It was our first show. It was right before Shambhala. And that's kind of what ignited it all. So me and Grant were playing shows for 5 years before me and Maddie ever even played a Vibe Selektaz set at Red Room. Mm. Me and Maddie through Blueprint, we were kind of just going down the Blueprint route. So yeah, we promoted for them, played some shows. We got to open for Spore, which is fucking crazy. That's Feed Me's drum and bass alias. Oh. That nobody even really knows, but that's sorry, homies. You know what I mean? So it's anyways, so we got to open a bunch of crazy shows, but the Vibe Selektaz were completely separate from Red Room, and what me and Grant were doing, were playing deep rhythm and dubstep for heavy dubstep artists. Some of the, if I can recall a little bit, some of the dubstep shows we played over the years of just me and Grant, this was before we ever did any Vibe Selektaz shit, was so Prototype, Figure, Getter, Dr. P, Cookie Monster, Fun Case, Midnight Tyrannosaurus, 12th Planet, who else? Tons, Jay Phelps, fucking just tons of heavier dubstep names. Figure and Prototype a bunch of times, and just, you know what I mean, we really were just crushing in that. We still have plans to do a reunion set one time, because me and Blake and them we're all still good friends and stuff. But So anyways, over the years, you know, man, Maddie's just like, fuck, I want to just be playing, bro. Like, I want to be playing. So a bunch of shit's happening with me and G-Mang through Red Room and stuff. And me and Maddie are kind of just making shit behind the scenes, and, you know, nothing's really happening for like 5 years or some shit, you know what I mean? And then eventually Grant's like, yeah, this doesn't really want to, my best homie Grant in about 2013 taught me how to DJ, taught me everything that I knew, and then like I practiced for a fuckload, probably like for like a year by myself, until I was like, I want to play shows, to be even comfortable enough to know the coordination to, you know, do the DJ ting, right? It's like, it's gonna take a year of you fucking with it by yourself with no one around you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my homie Grant, shout out G-Mang, he always was like, yo, Skrilly's, he's like, yo, kill this transition, but like, Skrilly's watching. And I always like Skrillex, like, since Skrillex was popping back in 2012, that was like the uprising of Skrilly. So he'd always be like, Skrilly's watching, like, don't fuck up. And then like, it's such a joke. And now anybody that's learned how to DJ, I'm like, yo, kill it, but Skrilly's watching. But anyways, so my homie, yeah, exactly. And then you're like, oh fuck, and you fuck it up, right? So like, G-Mang taught me everything that I knew through DJing, and then through that I kind of reached a level where I was somewhat comfortable to go to shows and tell people that I wanted to DJ and stuff like that. And it all really started with my homie Jordan Lau, J Lau, in Inner City Beats.
Yeah.
Shout out Inner City Beats, and there's old fucking KCC raves at the Korean Cultural Center, and just all, and then we'd play the YVR patio and shit, and we had just all the homies on Sunday. It was just a different time. It was a different vibe. It was a different era of understanding and perception, and it was crazy and dope. So anyways, I kind of G-Mang kind of just brought me out and just showed me all this shit, but then realized through playing a bunch of shows that he's actually like an introvert, like hella not extroverted extrovert as like the DJ and, you know, Red Room would be. He was an introverted introvert, and like I kind of forced him out of that shell to like play a couple shows, and he eventually was like, nah, they're all the same me, you know what I mean? I don't want to fuck with this. Now, you know, he chills, he likes nature shit, and he has a boat, and I call him Boatmang. Shout out Boatmang. But anyways, so that's like where it all started. So like, and then eventually G-Mang's like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. And then that's where me and Maddie, it was all the plan all along. It's just to swoop in and be like, yo, we want to play with Vibe Selektaz shit. Right.
Yeah. All right, so you've got a collab in the works with the homie Sheps. Shout out
Jamie
Sheps.
Shout out Jimmy Shepard. Shout out Sheps. Yeah, he hit me up because he wanted some Lurk Skywalker vocals. I've been doing more rap stuff, doing a lot of vocals over, you know, whether it be our drum and bass stuff. Me and Maddie have like a more faster, like garage kind of 140 BPM, like fast house music shit. And there's a whole community and scene for that kind of stuff. Bass line or bass house, but with like rapping over it. So, you know what I mean? That's, so anyways, he reached out and he was like, yo, I need some vocals. And then I thought it was just going to be me rapping over one of his tunes. And then I showed Maddie. We have a couple songs that are like more G house or more tech housey, you know what I mean? More, some more house shit where I'm rapping on it. So then I was like, I kind of didn't want to take on this whole collab by myself. You know, Maddie's drip fed me knowledge as a professional for, you know, going on 8 years. And that's how I've kind of just sparked my own solo project. And over the course of a long time, I was able to make stuff that I like, which took a long time, right? But he just drip fed me knowledge and just kind of just keep going. And it comes from being a fucking great beyond mystery, of grand mystery, into you eventually developing a little bit of an infrastructure of sounds, drums, and all these kind of elements that you like to use specifically. And you formulate a little bit of a palette of sounds and instruments or plugins or all this shit that you like to use, right? So then eventually it becomes less of a mystery and it becomes more of this thing that you kind of understand, you know what I mean? So right when you start opening some shit, you're like, what is this? And like anybody that's ever opened up Ableton or anything like that, it looks like scientist shit, like when you like first bust it open, you know what I mean? But as the time goes on, right, people develop systems and all that stuff, and it's more doable than you think, I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could agree.
Yeah. So how do you typically prepare for a set?
So when I was like first getting really at the point of reaching a level of mastery or like at a real professional level of making and formulating sets, really understanding the equation of each genre and subgenre, right? And like at Rate of Stars, you start plugging it into the DJ equipment, you know, a lot of the intros, a lot of the drops, a lot of these sections start showing a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Similarities, right?
Same qualities.
Yeah,
Signals.
and it really depends. It's like, you know, deep dubstep, it's like, there's like maybe a little ambient sound in the intro, and there's like, and it kind of fades out, and then it goes into the drop. So when it comes to deep dubstep, you know, Truth is a good example of that. If you guys don't have an understanding, is like, so deep dubstep, all of the intros and drops like lead into each other and shit. You know what I mean? When it comes to like mixing like hip hop seamlessly, right? I'd say that's probably expert mode, because you can't be train wrecking the vocals. You can be queuing in another song and both vocals are going, and so there's like
the worst.
And then there's funk, and then there's drum and bass and like house, like that. All of them have different elements to their mixing styles and different mixing techniques that work with different styles. So you know what I mean? So once you like have a level of like mastery, or you're a specialist at like understanding it as a whole, then it's like formulating your own original style of making a set and formulating a set, right? It's like people are playing 140, they're playing all dubstep, but there's five subgenres of each set, or of each genre, right? So it's like deep dubstep, you know, you have your minimal Middle Eastern trap influenced, really minimal fucking tunes, and then you have your wobblers, and then you have your like your purple stuff, right, which would be like more Joker, or you have your rhythm, or you have
the purple tonight. But
yeah. If you all know what purple is, Joker, one of the OG innovators. Shout out Percolator, shout out Parkinson White. There's a bunch of OG originators in there. But anyways, so now knowing that, it's like once you have like a level of mastery, it's like now like formulating sets, like the best sets I ever made, I would formulate them, set the cue points of every song, fucking in record box, or whichever way you do it. If you use Serato, same kind of shit, just grabbing all my tunes that I thought that were the same kind of vibe, all my tunes, and kind of just dragging them together, which I think this is all imprinted in us. Like you hear some songs, you're like, you hear one song, and then you're like, oh, that one sounds like it could mix with that one.
yeah.
Like, we're musical fucking people, and people are like, yo, like, I'm not musical, I don't have a rhythm. I'll be like, give me a fucking hug. Yo, what's that? I'm like, you feel that in your heart? You were born with rhythm, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, it's imprinted in us to be musical, to be creative, you know what I mean? It's how much time you want to spend on it.
Yeah.
And anybody that's like questions that, I always give them the fucking, you never painted? All right. Go watch a Bob Ross, get the fucking canvas, get all the colors he's using, all the paintbrushes. Do like 3-4 episodes of Bob Ross with Bob Ross. And I guaranteed in like 3-4 paintings, you'll be like, holy shit, I'm actually starting to learn. So it's how much time you want to spend on it, right?
Yeah.
How much time you literally want to fucking suck at it.
And like, let's say you're listening to your Spotify playlist, it's on shuffle, you're vibing to the track, and then the next track comes and you're like, oh, this isn't the right one. I don't want to hear this. It's that in itself is, you've already got a sense or a taste for mixing, like sequencing and programming.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And like, it's all imprinted in it. You're like, oh, this is a fucking Shakira song. And like, once you dive into like the keys of tunes, and then, you know what I mean? You could have fucking Toxic from Britney Spears, which is in the key of C, and then you fucking find a dubstep heater that's in the key of C, and they just somehow just double drop. And that's another thing that's like crazy in the DJ scene, is having two songs together that are the same key, and they're double dropping together, and one's kind of filling in the space of the other one kind of immaculately, which is like pretty fucking insane. You can get the acapella from rap songs and they'll fucking fit perfectly over a dubstep drop, and people make a live edit, and like I said, like it'll fucking twist your wig back backwards, it'll twist your head backwards. You're like, what the fuck? Like, how could someone have dropped like Freebird from Leonard Skinner with fucking dubstep? So it's like formulating set, setting my key points and stuff like that. But now, you know what I mean? I'm fucking I'd say the best way to do it is formulate half of your set, get all your tunes together, set the key points for half of your tunes, and then freestyle the other half. Because then that's when the magic happens. But sometimes I've like not freestyle, or I freestyled and kind of fucked up a little bit, and it could have been way better than if I. But you know what I mean. I haven't been formulating sets like religiously for like a bit. I've been just finding new tunes and then just fucking mashing them, and then it's like a bunch of dubplates from my homies, huge vast fucking unreleased database from like Abstract Sonnets, like my homie Contra, fucking Crispy Chris. Like now it's like getting crazy from the reservoir of like unreleased shit that I have, and then I have like grime and dubstep, and I kind of just go. And then sometimes you have like a really old playlist, or say you made a set for Awaken, you make a set for a festival, right? And then you have that playlist saved in your record box. Like when you upload your USB again, fucking save that fucking playlist on there, so that like even if you're done your set or you've played all your tunes, fucking hop back into that mix, play a couple of those tunes out of there, and mix and match little segments of shows and sets you've played, right? And like, the possibility is really kind of endless with that.
Wow, that's an interesting way of putting it. Like taking previous sets playlists and maybe playing the mixing two or three in a row or something like that, or even just
or sometimes it's like, fuck man, like that half of that mix smashes, and like you're not the most confident in your DJing skills, or you know what I mean, you want it to be really good. It's a good high profile set, so you play like fucking a little segment of that set, you play like the fucking 7 songs that sound dope together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right? So that's already some pretty good advice. Now, my next question was, can you give some more general advice for up and coming DJs and producers?
Yeah, it's just like we were just talking about this before we let the cameras roll, but a lot of it, years of it, is fucking talking about it. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. Yo, I want this. This is sick. And it took me fucking talking about it for enough years for my homies to be like, yeah, sick, fucking do it. Stop talking about it, which we're all guilty of. Just do it. Don't let your memes be memes. Look at how white my arms are. But anyways, like, so it's like eventually it took me like getting Ableton and then trying to open it and being like, oh, what the fuck is this? And right as soon as you open Ableton, or like any DAW for that matter, you'll live that reality. You'll be like, oh, what the fuck? Because there's so much to be done on it, right? It's overwhelming kind of. But like think of it as like a rock and roll band, right? There's drums, and then there's fucking bass guitar, and then there's maybe piano, and then there's guitar. Right, there's like these 4 elements. One of them has to fill in like the more mid-range fucking, which would be like the guitar or something like that, right? Or singing or something like that. And then something always has to fill in the bass frequency, which could be a bass guitar, it could be an 808, it could be a fucking Complextro bass wub sound. And then there's something that has to, so you know what I mean? So it's like anybody that's like, oh wow, it's like right as soon as you start trying to conceptualize making like Complextro bass fucking music, that's where people get lost. You're like, what are you talking? But then when you start bringing it back to the basics, like, yo, let's think about a fucking reggae song, and we get a sick drums like, and then we get a fucking simple chord organ chant. So then now you got your, and then you get your bass, and it's like, and then all of a sudden you have your, and then you add a fucking lead guitar that's like, so then you have your, you know what I mean? And then it's just having these 4. So always taking it back to like rock and roll music and like bands and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like people are like, because right when you start opening shit, you're like, what do I do? Think about it like traditional music. You know what I mean? Like fucking, and then once you realize that, and you add like a bass sound in there, and then you add a guitar, and then you add elements, it's a crazy fucking like limitless art form. Right, and like especially with Splice and like all of these programs that we have and database of sounds that we have, we're so spoiled. So like if I had any idea, any advice, it would be to just start doing it. You know what I mean? Just fucking just buy Ableton or get Ableton somehow and start. Like I would just like buy a fucking keyboard. I don't even know how to use this, but I'm gonna buy it because I think I need it. You know. And then as the years go on, learning to use it, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, the walls start coming down, and now I'm at a level where I need, like, a lot of people were like, yeah, sick, you want to do it? Fucking do it. And, like, it took me a long time to, like, break off and then actually do it and then suck at it for a while. And you start DJing, you start doing any of this, you start drawing. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to suck at it for a bit, and it's just working through that and getting past that. But just do it and fucking be creative, and it's way more obtainable than you think. You know what I mean? I have homies that didn't know anything about anything, and you know, they found a little process that worked for them, and now they're touring artists, touring everywhere. So it's way more, and it's like making music is the gift in itself, right? Like, we're healing the world and inspiring the world and saving lives, like making music, you know. So yeah, it's important.
Cool. So what's your favorite gig so far?
Fuck, man, there's been a couple. I'd say the one where we played for Vibes, I think that was after the pandemic, so we hadn't played a Red Room show in a couple of years, and we filmed a music video and fucking everything leading up to that. We went out for fucking a good ass dinner with our homie, and then we went there and we like stayed sober. We didn't even drink before, and we just crushed it. And all our homies were there, and that was definitely one of the notable ones. But then about 3-4 years ago, there was our homie Miggy. Shout out Miguel. Shout out Miggy with the sauce. Shout out Mad Flavors. Miggy with the sauce, dude. That's your name, bro. But anyways, so my homie Miggy threw us a show, and it was Halloween, just so happened to be on a Thursday or some shit. So he's like, should I just do it on the Thursday? And we're like, we took a mad chance. We're like, fuck it. Like, it's like, if Halloween's on a Thursday, like, let's fucking see what happens. And it fucking was just, it was like me, Ray, I was like Vibe Selektaz, Ray Black, our homie, shout out Ray Black, my fucking love Ray Black. But anyways, him, our homie Brendan, and then there was just like, you know, it was all of our homies on this lineup, and it was pack to pack, or wall to wall packed with all of our fucking friends wearing the craziest shit ever. And it was just like, it was so rare, and it was just different times, and it was, yeah. So those two I would have to say were the best, would have to be the best, or some of our festival sets.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'd say, yeah, I'd have to say those two.
Dope. So now, on the other side of the spectrum, what are some of your most cringe moments in your career?
Like playing the side room at fucking Fortune, or I think the most cringe one, I think, this probably goes back to like fucking like 2015. We were our homies, Inner City Beats homies, and like, no disrespect, love you all, but there was the old Val. So there's been a whole galaxy of Val, Vancouver Art and Leisure Centers. There's probably been like 8 of them. Like, I'm not joking. Like, one venue comes here for a bit, and then it goes under. There's literally been, it
was up to
8
speed at one point.
Yeah, exactly. So there's been like 8 Vals, just for your guys' understanding. And so yeah, the Val, where the fuck was I going with the Val? Oh yeah, so they had one show there where it was this dude Justin, I don't even remember. He has a pretty fucking,
wasn't me.
No, wasn't just Trinidad, that's for sure. It was a tech house homie, and he was playing the main room, and then for whatever reason they had like this little side room that's probably like this big, like maybe half of this corridor that you guys can see on this fucking screen, and like they just played like thrash, like dubstep, like Walter Wild played, and then they brought 2 homies from like LA, like Minesweeper and Twine, which are just heavy motherfuckers. So the main room's this tech house shit that's like super fucking minimal, and then the fucking side room where it's thrash and dubstep.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was so funny. It was like in the first room, and then in the side room it's like so then like you go into the main room and all you can hear is just stomp and dubsteps.
Yeah.
And we're just like, and that's just how we were back in the day. We used to fucking just love that shit, so we didn't even care. It was just like a horrible stylistic matchup, you know what I mean? So that was a funny one.
Yeah.
And then playing the side room at fucking, I think we opened for Snails one time, and Venue before it was the Pearl. Now it's sick. The Pearl was sick, but anyway, so it was Venue, and we played in the fucking like upper room where there was a bar where like no one fucking went to, And then like every time we'd be playing, we'd be like doing a transition, and then like someone would open the doors, and then it'd be like, and then we're like, just looking fucked, just like, what are we doing? So playing the side room, I think, has got to be one of the most cringe shit. Like, you know, at a slamming show.
The livestock room, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, I'd rather just not play at this point. But we all got to go through our go through the motions, right? Of just sometimes to getting your name out there and playing shows, right? Like, there's playing some shit shows, and then eventually you get to a point where you're like, you can say no and shit. You know what I mean? And,
yeah.
Dope, man. Well, thanks so much for answering my questions here and sharing some of your stories and you know your musings. We've got an exclusive 30-minute set from Lurk Skywalker. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're gonna play for us?
It's gonna be all facets of 140 music. A lot of unreleased from my homies. Oh my god, sorry. A lot of unreleased from my homies. Some original tunes and just some grime, some dubstep, some really good goodness.
Nice.
Beautiful goodness. Beautiful goodness. Yes.
Well, thanks everybody for watching the interview. Up next is the exclusive mix. Catch us at the next episode after the homie Lurk.
Much love, y'all.
Oh my gosh, it's D-Double. O-Type Swerve on production. It's street fighting time.
Round one, fight!
If it's me or my dad, you get a scar on your chest like Saga. Street fighting, that's what I'm bad at. My thing working perfect. I come through in the beat up under. Give man a 100 slaps like the under. Give it the mic and let me ride it with them, cause I spit the fire just like thou Sim. I'm a lyrical invader, climbing to the top just like Vega. You do me, nobody can save ya. On the mic I'm way too major, cause I'm shocking them C's like Blanca. I got money in the bank, I'm a banker. You ain't got money in your bank, you're a wanker. I'm quick with the hooks like Bullrock. Get the raver jumping like a bullfrog. And I've been doing it for more than a while. In the game I'm a soldier like Guile. So, cause you're big like Zangief, don't think you can ever try give man greed. You don't wanna get into no big man beef. I'm here if you wanna lyrical. I'm that Dyson, sucking up MCs like a Dyson. You can spit bars if you wanna come a Dyson. You can spit bars, give it your best try, son. Bust to the end like M. Bison. In a war, start waving goodbye, son. Lyrical levels are too high, son. No word of a little lie, son. I'm perfect. Like Street Fighter 4 with your critical man, the Street Fighter 4. Man, let me stepping at the gates of the wall. Straight to your jaw. Think it's a game like Street Fighter 4 with your critical man, the Street Fighter 4. Man, let me stepping at the gates of the wall. Straight to your jaw. When my CD hits the shelf, bet you any money, no one's gonna buy you. I'm a lyrical black belt like Ryu. I'm the original like Bruce Lee. You're just an imitation like Phaelon. I can murk a crew all day long. One by one, when the stage on. Show me the money, yeah, pay me the one. Cause I want a big belly like Rufus. If I don't get that, I'm going on ruthless. Hurricane kick will leave a man toothless. Try what you want, your combos are useless. I'm a weak consumer, get my eyeballs red like a Kuma. Everybody's waiting, it's gonna be sooner. DWP, it's not a rumor. Like Street Fighter 4 with your critical man, the Street Fighter 4. Man, let me stepping at the gates of the wall. Straight to your jaw. Think it's a game like Street Fighter 4 with your critical man, the Street Fighter 4. Man, let me stepping at the gates of the wall.
feeling off. Just when I light up a rhythm, start letting off shots like my name was Megatron. I was in the VIP chilling when they rang the alarm with the Citadel stepping on. They knew it was gonna be a massacre. Calm man, I move like some Decepticon. Make everyone rise the bazooka, salute for the shooter. Microphone demigod, rise from under the dirt like Ducky Lock. Rise come alive like Frankenstein. The level of the rhythm, them just ain't good enough. I'll come and dance and demonstrate mine. I get sicker on the rhythm than cancer. Real weed man, I ain't the cigarette kind. I watch how I go for the jugular. Move straight to it and I do it anytime. My music doesn't fuck about. I ain't feeling all this latest stuff about. Nah, my music doesn't fuck around. And if you don't like it, get the fuck up out. Yeah, get the fuck up out. Yeah, get the fuck up out. Get the fuck up out. I ain't feeling all this latest stuff about. I'm lighting up, the levels are rising up. I'm hyping up, they get them all winding up. The raving climbing up, wanna read them all smiling up. When I'm about to while it up, so somebody bump the Fine get, we make a man head boss. I can't take on like I'm Ross. She can't invite me, come my spot. Tell me say she get plenty to love or not. Whip am. Oh yeah, why we no bend and Beckham. Know some Nanja tools in Peckham. Energy life will be free, dead am. Energy life will be free, dead am. Onto the ball, put your rap guru ready for war. Ready for war, pick your rap guru ready for war. Lion paw, onto the ball, pick your rap guru ready for war. Ready for war, pick your rap guru ready for war. Onto the ball, pick your rap guru ready for war. Ready for war, pick your rap guru ready for war. Lion paw, onto the ball, pick your rap guru ready for war. Ready for war.
on the clock. We be giving them something what they be thinking about. Ready to be showing them all the ins and the outs. Climbing the league where they came in the game. Them are out with the injury now. Background Irish, Nigerian Jews. They're gonna be giving them a million views. Anything they saying, they be lacking any energy. They should be giving them a vitamin boost. Said I got a new one there for your forehead. Flows with the killing, but they're already dead. The man are literally losing the head. When I've been swinging my sword in your neck, yeah, been around the world to the end of the earth. Anybody saying getting buried in the dirt. Those man are faithful, they pray for the dead. Sign of the cross when they enter the church. They pray for the dead. Sign of the cross, aim for the head. Firing shots, so they say if you urge, you return to the dirt. Man, they got no more time on the clock, they pray for the dead. Sign of the cross, aim for the head. Firing shots, so they say if you urge, you return to the dirt. Man, they got no more time on the clock. We be giving them something what they be talking about. Level so high that they started the sound. Man could have never tried join me out. Can't put a few pounds in all your accounts. So I'm living in the gaffing, old to the edge. I'll be out on the graph, never older than meds. Man with a chat that we lighting them up like a 20-pack of Marlboro Gold cigarette. Now I'm charging the whip, got it plugged in the wall. Man already got the advanced technology, giving it the greatest depression than that. No cash, coulda just crashed the economy. They coulda never war with the champions. Found out age had to generate income streams. Man I rise up like the morning sun that they eat would have give man skin disease. I've been free for the dead, signed to the cross, aim for the head. Firing shots, so they say if you urge, you return to the dirt. Man, they got no more time on the clock, they be free for the dead. Signed to the cross, aim for the head. Firing shots, so they say if you urge, you return to the dirt. Man, they got no more time on the clock. We be giving us something what they be aiming about. Anybody near got the ear to the ground. Man, I really thought they were talking the things, or the things weren't something they could really pronounce. It I found some yap, but my background's Kenyan. Had to fall back, now I'm back with a vengeance. Man, I gotta die cause they got no depth, so I gotta send them to the next dimension. Do around bank robbers and run breeders. Man, I rolling round if it's advantageous. None of them have never been putting in grass, so how they gonna try come and grab man's wages? If anything be really big, it would have been sentenced. None of them have died like 5 times over. Ready for the war that it's gonna get ugly. But they say beauty's at the height of it.
So high, but I feel real low. Never get the minimum, real son, boy, I'm definitive, that's for sure. We keep on spinning it, I'm from the place where the bad man limited. This for the culture, hate prohibited, he got bad vibes, so you better get rid of it. Come on with the rude boy flexion flow. Living so high, but I feel real low. Never get the minimum, real son, boy, I'm definitive, that's for sure. We keep on spinning it, I'm from the place where the bad man limited. This for the culture, hate prohibited, he got bad vibes, so you better get rid of it. I'm being like a militant minion. Looking like a million, just a civilian, but I be billion, space reptilian, traveling a billion miles. Brazilian styles, pavilion trials. We formulate sounds, forward thinking since a child. Prolific visions in my mind, I'm surely been compiled. Yo, this life is such a gift, I think I've known it for a while. The shadow band and lurk, just let them mark it for a while. This masterpiece, blasphemous, decrease the beast, cement the demons of paralysis. Demonic advocates, I kill them with my voice. Harmonic activist by fucking choice. Just let them feel the noise, our existence is the toy. A horror mixed with joys is like the pussy when it's moist. I came to fuck the world, influence with my voice. When I'm chilling with my boys, we get destroyed by some Pink Floyd. Till we paranoid, then overjoyed, we all just lost inside the void.
Yeah, rise and fall, fight to death, there ain't no rules. We can't squash that beef, a boy man no end over a two. Rise up, rise in the team. It's me, it's clean. Put that food in that clean. I see you ain't know I'm the king. It's jabs and right and left. We can have that fight to death. Me and you don't need no ref. I don't ask me to fix play the way up, I don't need no come down. When I make a boy run round, sun up to sundown.
their clean. My city won't know I'm the king. All the way up, I don't need no come down. When I make a boy run round, sun up to sundown.
Leo. Was you scared?
When?
When Sully pulled the gun on you.
Yeah. I was scared. Someone pulls a gun on you, you're gonna be scared, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Or dancing, shoe and boogaloo.
Babylon.
I couldn't care what he said. From the police station, I make statements against me in the farmer for dead. We put shot in the farmer head. Could have been Jim, could have Mark, could have Ted. Body off red, the one of them fled. Me no response where you come from. Don't fuck around with gunman. Tell them don't fuck around. No pussy now sell a town. We no can't take bad man for phone or clown. Bumba wall get gunned down, backstone. We no care about country or town. Tell them this is not no playground. And kill a man, me never bomb for play round. What a showdown in my hometown. Man can't diss man and they know now. Tell some little man them slow down. Unless you and your body parts get found. Can't diss me then, can't diss me down. Still tell my little brothers hold their ground. Big up the hot y'all them in a town. Never war with but we in ya now. In a your hole, in a your life. Enough y'all them know say that man a bad man. But still them still want be my wife. But them know say my life it no nice. Tell them once, tell them twice. But them y'all still not take a hype. Me no know where some of them y'all feel like. But me have to tell them some real things in real life. That keep your hole clean, clean up them yard. Man I tell me nothing sorry for my dog. Our dog would have bite you. Them do anything for go spite you. Them smiling off face, them not like you. But them are the same pussy while we are hype you. Them will send two girl with it like you. Then send one shoot off to snipe you. That's why I'm living my life. Could have been wrong, could have been right. Couldn't care what some little man feel like. Watch out this killer in a real life. Me withdraw from me gun them, I'm a real knife. Run to the cop, trust me, that's not where the war stops. Remember, somebody body I got drop. Boy body drop, and another body pop. Let me tell a boy say I couldn't care what he said. From you go police station, I make statements against me, then informer for dead. We put shot in the informer head. Could have been Jim, could have Mark, could have Ted. Barney or Fred, the one of them fled. Me no response where you come from. Don't fuck around with gun. Me dep on with the dep on, me no dep on it. Me dep on Angel and Stephanie. And if killer man supposed dead in the war, them remember me there in your memory. Me no want nobody pour out no NSC. Cause no
Number one can't pressure me.